everyone, I am Fernanda de la Fuente. In this moment I am going to talk about my class 2, which the topic is the past of be. Such the last class we talked about the present of be. Right now I am going to talk about the past. What is the difference? The past is the verb. The verb in past, the verb to be in past is was and were. Was for the singular and were for plural. What is the structure of this? We have the subject plus verb in past plus complement in the affirmative. In the negative, we have the subject plus the verb in past plus the not plus el complement. In the questions, we have the verb in past plus el subject plus el complement plus el question mark. When we are going to talk in affirmative questions and negatives, we have to use the same subjects. We can use names or pronouns. In this time, I am going to talk to write about the pronouns. When I am going to talk I, like a singular, we use was. I was in the movie. Sorry, at the movie. He, she, or it, we use was at the park, for example. And we use they, we use with were because they are plural. We were at the school. That is the way that we can use the past of be in the affirmative statements. So we are going to talk about the negative and with many examples. I wasn't or I was not. I wasn't in the school. She wasn't at the hospital. And you weren't at the party. That is the way that we can use the negative form of the statements. Now the question is the same, but the reverse is in the first place. Was I at the movie? Don't forget, please, we need to put the question mark in every question. Was he with Mary? And in the plural, were you at the hospital? This is very simple if we can use the correct structure and we know that the subject and the use of the verb and the way that you can use everything. In the workbook, in the book, we are going to work about the unit 3. Like I said, the past of be. So the students are going to read this part and they are going to answer the last part. Also, they are going to fill the next pages like 25 to 27 in the class. And I am going to check around the class when they are filling the blanks, and I am checking them. In the workbook, we can find many examples. Like another class, I put this in a paper So students are going to fill this in front of the class. Okay, where are my markers? Here. Yeah. This is an example of the past form of be. So the student must to check the sentences talking about when they were 7 years old. So in my case, I am going to fill that like this. But every student going to pass to the blackboard, the whiteboard, and answer their questions. My favorite food was an ice cream. Yes, it was. I was not. No, I wasn't. In the United States, my parents were always busy. Yes, of course, they have to work. I was good at the sports. No, I never good at the sports. My friends were 7 too. Yes, when I was, my friends too. I was a good student. Yes, I was a good student. My teacher was a man. Yes, I have a teacher. My home was in a big city. My home was in Quito. So, yes. My grandparents were alive? No, they weren't. So, like this, the students can fill the statements. And I am going to work with the students as of B. So, the student must to fill in the workbook the pages 11. And they have to see if it is in present or in past. The first is it a beautiful day. So this is in present way. So the answer is it is a beautiful day. So yes, it is, especially because the weather was so terrible yesterday. Why? Because we are going about yesterday, not today, about yesterday. The weather in this city is so strange. Yes, in Quito the weather is so strange. One day it is warm and the next day it is cold. You are right. When you are using you, the subject is are. You are right about that. I am in my country, sorry. It was always warm and sunny. For 2 weeks, is it warm in the winter too? Is usually I was home for 2 weeks and it was sunny, and I was at my friends and I were. How about you? Were you here this past Christmas? Yeah, my parents were here for 5 days for a visit. We were cold most of the time and my mother was ill for a few days. They were happy to see me, but they were glad to leave this awful weather. Are your parents back home now? Why we are using are? Because we are talking now, the present time. No, they aren't. No, they aren't. On another vacation, this time in a workplace. So, in this moment, the students talking about the homework is, wait a minute please. They have to create an essay using the past of be. Also, they have to study the next regular and irregular verbs. Thank you very much.